Hi there, Z here, and since a bigger project that I'm working on right now has run into some, what's a nice way of saying this? Trouble? Trouble, right? That's a nice way of saying when you make something, but it's not turning out exactly how you want it to turn out, and it's just a flaming piece of garbage and you're absolutely ashamed of it. Yeah, I think trouble is the nice word of saying it. Anyways, in between me drinking my liver into a hunk of black coal and playing a ton of Rust, believe me, those two are connected somehow. I decided to buy another game and play it because I've had my eye on it for a while, but I never really wanted to spend the money on it when it was in early access, but since it's come out for the full release, I decided to kind of go right into it. What better time is it to do a review of a gaming on a budget than right now? So, I would like y'all to come and join me while I do another gaming on a budget review of We Need to Go Deeper. We Need to Go Deeper is a game from the deliciously sounding Deli Interactive LLC, and is a game about a group of real-life human beings working together in a submarine to get to the bottom of a bottomless chasm filled with sharks and giant bubbles and killer crustaceans and so many other violent things that'll make you rethink eating seafood. Rethink as in eating more seafood, because if there's even a chance of half of these things being down in the actual ocean, we need to purge it as soon as possible. I mean, what has the ocean ever done for us, really? Anywho, ever read 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea? Yeah, me neither, but I imagine it's a lot like this game. You have 2 to 4 players manning one of multiple different vessels to try and get it as deep as you can. The deeper you go, the more difficult and dangerous the surroundings are, including things like tighter areas to pass, darker surroundings, exploding balls, and boss battles that have, for example, a kraken monster that spits out tadpoles that burst into your hull to try to kill your crew members. Sounds kinda cool, right? Especially since you can customize your own dapper character, complete with steampunk glasses and a stylish facial hair. Yes, even the ladies, if you're into that.
It is ma'am!
And don't worry, everyone, it does pass the Carl Bertana-Nanolewski test.
Yeah! Tonight!
And when you have your character set up and you join a game in progress, you really are dropped into the deep end of things. No pun intended. Hell, the first time I joined a game, I was swinging around my wrench wildly in the air, trying to figure out how to play the game while a fish the size of Godzilla's cock was destroying our sub, so I was kicked out. I mean, I can't really blame them. They didn't buy this game to babysit the mentally deficient, but it definitely takes a few times to kind of wrap your head around it. So, from what I've learned in my few hours of playing it, here are the basics. Each team member has a certain job. One steers the ship, one of them fires the guns, and the rest kind of repair holes from the ship from being under attack, or restocking ammunition for fighting the bigger monsters. And it's around this time that I noticed that the art is delightfully wonky. Yeah, like the way that they kind of walk around and clumsily swing their weapons, and I don't know what the fuck this is, but it's really fun to look at. The art is really fun and really interesting. Now, the combat, and it's fine, I guess. I mean, you get enough people in the group to blindly swing at an angry crustacean and then roll away once it's about to kill you, then you'll be able to fight your way out of most battles using the same exact tactic here. Not to mention, if you find a handgun, you might as well call it game over, since bullets seem to be the AI's worst kryptonite, and they never run out of bullets. You just never do. You can just stand up top and just do bang, 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 and you're dead. Sure, later on in the game, I'm sure that there's flying enemies and whatnot, but early on in the game, you might as well just put on an auto clicker. But yeah, a pretty basic game. Go deep, plunder caverns, kill enemies, and collect gold to purchase cosmetic items and a new ship. Gain levels by completing runs where your entire crew perishes to unlock even more items to buy with your gold, so on and so forth. And you try your damnedest to get as deep as you can. Sounds pretty fun, right? Sounds like a great game to buy for 20 bucks, yeah? Well, here's the Bavarian pretzel twist here. Go ahead and buy this game, if you follow these 2 stipulations. A, Have friends to play with. And I'm not trying to say like, oh, I'm not into talking to random strangers, so I won't even bother with the game. I get that. I'm not into talking random strangers. When I play Rust, I'd rather kill a man than talk to him, but there is no VoIP in this game, so you don't have to have squeakers cussing you out in their parents' basement, which is a plus. There is only a simple command wheel and a text-based communication system. Very simple, very easy to work with, and also very easy to ignore people. It's fine. No, I'm saying get some friends, because to play this game in the joining process that it gives you is fucking horrendous. The first game I played, I got uneasy. That be it said, I got kicked out of that game because they didn't want to deal with me. Fair enough, like I mentioned before. Second game, it took me a few attempts to get in, but once I got in, I played, and I had my fun time there. Any game after those first two, I might as well have been trying to hack into the fucking Pentagon with how well it was working for me. Failed join, after failed join, after failed join. Doesn't matter, any game, low, medium, high latency, it did not matter. It just refused to allow me into a fucking game. This happened so much that I just said, fuck it, I'll just make my own game and have people come to me. But after sitting in a lobby for 5 to 10 minutes straight with no one joining me, a lot similar to me in high school at the lunch table, I just turned on the bots and I just went my separate way, which I immediately regretted when I found out how absolutely terrible these AI are. If they aren't standing around the ship while it's slowly sinking doing absolutely nothing because the AI gunner can't shoot something 2 feet in front of his fucking face and we're getting destroyed by every monster in the world, they're just kind of running around trying to look like they're doing something when they do nothing. They ran right past the holes, they don't fucking do anything, but overall, I'm just telling you guys, to get people that you know to buy this game so you can play with them. Don't trust the game to set you up with people, and don't play bots. You will have a bad time. B. Prepare for glitches and bugs galore. You will have so many weird visual glitches and minor weird looking bugs, this game will look more like an insect zoo than an actual product. You'll have water seeping into your sub when there's no hole in the hull to fix. You'll have characters that are glitched into the ground every single time you hit them. You'll be told to play the game even though you've played it 15 times so you know how to do the buttons. But all of these things are just weird and annoying things. You can get past them, okay? It's when you have a game-breaking bug that things go from innocent mistake to are you fucking kidding me? The one I've found that occurred the most in my couple hours of gameplay is when you're killed, you are supposed to be able to get resurrected by a teammate crouching on top of you and bringing you back to life. You're supposed to stand over the person and hit a meter repeatedly to kind of resurrect them. Sounds simple, right? But there have been multiple instances when someone has been killed and then you go over and you would try to pick them up, the meter would flash briefly, and then nothing. Brief flash, gone. Oh, you get it? No. Oh, good, okay. See you later. Nope. So there's no way of reviving that person at all. And the only way you can get experience in this game and raise your level to unlock new items and proceed further in the game is for your entire crew to be killed, it would seem. So it either stays a skeleton until the rest of your crew dies, making you completely fucking worthless. You get kicked by the host because a dead body doesn't really help anyone outside of Ed Gein, maybe. Or the hosts themselves are bugged and then they have to leave and then boom, everyone is kicked out of the game and no one gets experience because the entire crew didn't perish and you wasted 30 minutes of your life. Tough shit, better luck next time. And when someone sees this, you have to wonder, why isn't this still in early access? I mean, it apparently was in early access for a while before finally releasing earlier this month, but with how many issues it has, why did it even leave? If this was an alpha or ass review, I would give it a thumbs up and encourage as many people as I could find to get people to support the developer while they iron out all these problems. But when you release it completely and fully with a DLC available for purchase, I might add, what you're saying is I'm confident with this final version and the product with absolutely little to no issues whatsoever that I'm going to give you more stuff in return for money. Well, I'm here to say that there's plenty wrong with it, okay? With some things so wrong that it literally messes with your level progression. This game is interesting at its core. A roguelike with great art design, interesting characters, a surprisingly engaging world with multiple different environments to overcome. But here's the thing. When there's bugs and glitches that impede your entire reason for playing the game, that's a bad. When you force people to play with each other, but your game won't allow anyone to join any active server, even though there's supposed to be openings, that's a bad. And who knows how long this game's going to be active? I mean, look at the Steam charts now. It averages about 90 players at any time, with a peak going of at least 200. It's not bad numbers for a small indie game, but it could easily shoot down to absolutely nothing in no time for no reason whatsoever. And people who pay $20 to be playing this game are just there to play with retarded AI. Believe me, Radical Heights still taunts me to this day.
No, 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 no.
Anyway, do what you want with this information. You can take it, you can leave it, you can call me an asshole, do whatever you want. Does it have potential to be really fun? Yes. Did I enjoy it? 40-60, I would say. Would I recommend it? Only to people who are aware of the stipulations I mentioned before. But anyways, that's completely up to you guys. You're all adults, I would imagine, who are watching me. I drink a lot of alcohol and I cuss a lot and I make sex jokes, so any kids watching me, shame. Shame. Anyways, thanks for putting up with me. I hope you enjoyed the video, and cheers.
La 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 la.